It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. We are the bizarre. It's our off-air pod show.
You must be a bit of a famous pricks.
Welcome to the Off Air Podcast. I'm Liam. Ben's over there.
G'day.
We got Belle.
Hello.
Producer Andy. Present. Members of the team. There is a wider team. We're still in the process of introducing them to you through the Off Air Podcast. This is basically the behind the scenes chat. And on a Friday, we vote on who we feel is the team member of the week. Ben, you had an order of business you wanted to get to.
Yes, it is a DM from Zach Hopper. So thank you very much, Zach, for getting in touch via the Instagram DMs. He said, "Hey guys," and Belle, "loving the Melbourne show. A little bit upset that you're not in Adelaide anymore, but that's okay. I can still listen via the podcast. Just had a bit of an idea for the podcast." Now, he got the idea. It's quite a long message. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he got the idea because I saw that you accidentally uploaded today's off-air pod twice. Very sloppy.
Who did that? Was that you, Belle?
I came back to upload it because I got a call saying that it wasn't up, and I was across the road and everyone else had left, so I was like, I'll go and upload it.
I was there working hard.
And Liam was still in the office when I came back.
Last one.
And then
sweat on my brow, trying to work away.
No, it's because you hadn't brought anything all week.
Zach had a couple of ideas, so he got inspiration from this.
Excuse me, Belle. I think I brought a lot this week.
Yeah, ones you got to kick up the arse.
I think if we look at if we counted up what everyone brought this week, I think I would have had the most.
Yeah, but you were the only one that got a, oi, you need to bring some more.
Yeah, the boss did have a word with Liam.
Yeah.
So the show's a little bit Liam light.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe the boss is just a massive Liam fan.
Maybe.
He's like, I'm sick of Belle talking. Maybe
I
just
6 weeks in.
So Zach got in touch, and the Double Schlop podcast gave him some inspiration. He had two thoughts on a different podcast we could do. He said, you upload the same podcast twice, but you just change one word in that podcast, and then the Alpha Squad have to try and guess what the word was that changed.
Such a time waste.
It sounds
hang on, what? That seems...
Yeah. That was his idea.
That's super confusing.
It wouldn't waste our time. That would be quick.
Yeah, I don't know who would listen to both and try and pick the one word as different.
That's
You'd have to be doing nothing.
if you had like a big cash prize on the line, maybe.
Yeah.
It'd be good incentive. Like, so you're saying like there's one word that is cut out of it. So like there'd be thousands and thousands of words over like an hour-long podcast.
So I think he more was specifically talking about off-air pods. So they're more like 15 minutes. Still pretty hard.
It'd still be ridiculously hard.
If you think there's a lot of work in that, I like his second idea. He said, another idea which I've had, which I like, but it's a lot of effort, you re-record the off-air podcast, but everyone plays the role of another person in that pod.
That's pretty funny.
Say it's today's episode, right? We would have to transcript today's episode, and then we would all get different roles. So I'd be Belle, Belle could be Andy, Andy could be Liam, Liam could be me. And then we would re-record it word for word, but we're all different people.
And we like impersonate the other person?
Yes.
I thought it was not like transcripting. I thought it was like, all right, and today we're all going to shift, and then we just pretend to be the other
play
person.
the character.
No, he wants us to re-record it as the other person's lines.
That's too much work.
Should we do a really, really quick test run?
Yeah.
Well, no, because we haven't got the scripts.
Not just from memory.
If we just do like a little, if we just do a little intro.
I'll be Belle.
I don't want to be a stickler, but that's different to what
I know, but this is like proof of concept. This is proof of concept. So I'll be Belle.
Okay, I'll be Ben.
Okay.
I'll be Liam.
I'll be Andy.
All right, so you start, obviously, Andy, because you're me.
So, g'day, podcaster. Welcome to the Off Air Podcast. My name is Liam. I'm the host of the show. With me is Ben. Good morning, Ben.
Hey.
Belle.
Hey.
And also producer Andy.
Present.
Yeah, I think it works.
It's only funny for us.
My brain was so warped because literally when you said Ben, you pointed to me.
I deliberately did that.
It's freaking hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I like the idea though of transcripting it down and then actually just reading out the lines. It'd be such a brain warp.
Yeah. Well, Zach, I appreciate the warps that you've given us. I had an order of business which actually involves another member of the team, Brody. He was in the Off-Air Podcast last week. We also stitched him up. G'day, Brody, mate, making your second appearance on the Off-Air Pod. Good morning. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. How are we going?
Yeah, very well. How you feeling? Second week in the new studios here in Richmond.
Very well.
Not Richmond. What are we? We're in South Melbourne. We used to be in Richmond.
Melbourne.
Yeah, gotcha.
Very well. I think things are going well, and yes, I like all of you apart from Liam particularly.
What do you? I was going to say, what do you think of us?
Andy strong, Ben strong,
Yes.
Yeah.
Bell strong,
Yes.
Liam soft.
Okay, Brody. Well, is it because I'm about to pull you up on something that you did and you're nervous and you're like, oh, what have I done?
Please let me know.
We were saying, I think it was Thursday morning, we were like, oh, we should get coffees. And then Belle was like, oh, no, the coffee place isn't open yet. And then we're like, of course. And then Ben was like, nah, Brody was drinking coffee this morning. Where did he get that from? And we realised that was coffees that we ordered the day before. And in the morning, like a whole almost 24 hours later, you were drinking that coffee from the cup.
Yeah, well, you don't want to waste it. So
But it wasn't in the fridge. Like, it was just on your desk.
Yeah, room temperature.
Room temperature
Is it-
milk.
Yeah, is it normal milk?
Almond milk.
Oh, okay, that's not as bad.
Look, it's gross, but that does change things. You know what I mean?
It's pretty alpha, I think, that you're just like, I'll drink a 24-hour-old coffee.
No, I think it's very producer lifestyle. You know, you guys can afford coffees every day. Brody is slugging away. He's drinking coffee, for 3 days.
We
Just
have a
one
coffee machine that makes free coffee, Bill.
All I'll say is I can't keep this going. I can't afford it forever. I mean, this morning I shouted the team coffees and croissants, and I didn't get a bloody so much as a nibble. I went out to get a plate, and then I was like, oh, it'd be rude not to offer the wider team. I think you were on a call at the time, Brody, but I was like, hey, anyone wants some croissant? And Scudder in the sound booth and Andy Zito doing the video stuff, they both put their hands up. So I cut that croissant in half, and so then I was looking around. I'm like, shit, man, everyone's got a coffee and a croissant, and I paid for it. I didn't get anything to eat. So I don't know.
No, the idea was everyone would get a croissant, but then I think Tom only got 3 in the end. So
That's
we had
all right,
to,
but that's
it was feeding of the 5,000,
Hey.
but Ben and I chose to just eat ourselves.
That's all right. Hey, maybe I'll get one next time. But that did, when you said I was soft before, that made me feel a bit soft. I'm like, no worries, Carl, I'll get the food for everyone. Oh, is there any food left for me? Oh, no, okay, no worries. Is there any other points of business before we get to voting on Team Member of the Week?
No.
Think I'm all good?
Brody, you going to stay in for Team Member of the Week?
Yeah, I've got a team member of the week.
Cast your vote.
Oh, you have to ask Ben.
Team member of the week. It'll probably be Ben. All right, then, let's get started.
This is exciting. This is the first time we've had 5 people voting, I believe.
Was that when you said, oh, you have to ask
Yeah,
me? Was that
no.
a rule where someone had, people had to ask permission
week,
to Ben to
remember
come
last week Ben said, nah, it's only us that's allowed.
What was my reasoning behind that?
Who knows? You were just being a dick.
Ben, may I please vote?
Yeah, Andy, yes, you can vote.
Have you put Brody on the wheel?
I have. He's in brown.
Oh, brown.
Oh.
Brown,
For your brown
morning,
cough,
brown,
shit.
morning, brown.
Bell.
Sorry, I was going to say.
First person to vote this week was honest Brady, but it's going to be Bell.
Oh, no, I haven't thought about it.
Oh, we said
well.
that we were going to do that.
When you come into your dragon's den, you need to have an
What have we
opinion.
done this week? I'll give it to Ben for doing his big baby announce.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And the way you went about it all.
Oh, thank you.
You know how we say, you could argue it's just doing his job. Could we argue that's just biology? Like at some point he was going to procreate,
Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, let me rephrase. I'm giving it the vote to you because of the way you went about it all. You found out months ago, you held on to it, you told Andy,
Yeah.
so Andy knew, then you guys worked out the best way to do it, then you filmed it, all of that, everything that went into it, and
Yep.
then, all right.
I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't just him,
We'll allow that.
having
We'll allow
some
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at fun, Bill.
Could have copped an honourable mention for that, but never mind. Next to vote.
Ooh, Liam.
Well, I was thinking on a similar train of thought, but I don't want to be seen as like I'm copying Bell's
also just gave me
vote.
crap.
There's no copycats.
Well, no, I think I'd like to give mine to producer Tom, who's he stayed back late a few days this week, and he also got very hard questions for
That is
the
true.
Andy off on the show. Obviously, normally like producer Andy would probably be the one who gets the questions for that sort of stuff, but he was in the quiz, so he couldn't do it. And yeah, that's a painstaking job. I'm pretty sure Tom was like watching old episodes of The Chase and then like transcripting, like writing down all the tricky questions. So that was a bit of a bitch of a job, and he did it. He did well.
Next to vote, as the wheel spins, producer Brody.
Browntown.
All right, so my vote for Best on Ground this week, or what is it, Team Member of the Week,
Yep.
is to producer Andy.
Ooh.
Because because we had a very early interview at 4:15, which was too early for me. I was like, I can't get there for that. And Ben, you didn't even show up for it, which is also. But
That's true.
Andy was the one that was here setting it up at 4:15 in the morning, which is a horrible time.
Yeah, that's
Why
a
couldn't
good.
you be here, Brody?
That bit early.
Couldn't be asked. Could not be asked.
Fair.
Thank you, Brady. Next to vote is me. My vote this week, honourable mention to Liam for taking the feedback on the chin and
Thank you, sir.
spending that time to,
Actually bring some content.
think of some things that have happened and bring it to the
Bill,
table.
you need to shut your mouth. It's flapping
Sorry,
too
I'm in a
much.
bitchy mood today. I'm so sorry.
Nah.
That's what happens when you have a girl on the team, you know?
I am not wanting to look like a copycat here, but I am also giving a Chris Fade related interview related nod, and my nomination goes to Ben.
For what? Editing his voice into it?
He put his hand up while we're all doing the crucial 5 a.m. hour show
Wow.
prep to
Yeah.
edit the interview.
That's a kick in the shins.
Yeah.
But he didn't even show up for it.
No, but
he
I
did edit it.
I edited it. Yeah.
So? It was like a 5-minute
And
chat.
I also, to be fair,
What, you did a
what
few...
I would say is
and put them in.
I realised that I'd forgotten about the interview, and when I was driving into work, I did message and say, "Hey, I'm not going to make it."
Yeah.
So at least I gave you a heads up.
That's all
No.
good then.
Yeah.
But you didn't even say I forgot. You just wrote, oh, guys, I'm going to be late. Don't know how. 10 minutes late.
Okay, my turn to vote.
I think so.
Spinning the wheel to make sure.
It's Ben.
Okay.
Ben.
So what are we on at the moment? I've got
So-
2.
Ben's 2, Tom's 1,
And I'm
Andy's
1.
got 1.
Well, then that does make my vote redundant, but I'm still going to do it anyway. My vote goes to Liam
Yay!
because we did the table tennis stuff this week, which wasn't really like an on-air.
Oh, yeah, we
Bit.
didn't really talk about that on air.
But we did have some tennis tickets up for grabs to the Oz Open, and we had this idea where we'd get like one of the best table tennis players in Australia to dress up as a Casanova and play punters, and if you could beat him, you get the tickets. Obviously, no one could beat him. That was the idea. But when we were there, because we were just trying to like meet as many people as we could, I didn't say hello to anybody. But Liam, you were really good. You do what you do best, and you kissed hands and you punched babies.
I can tell. As soon as you said kissed hands, I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Shaking it. You don't shake babies. You
Yep.
kiss the babies. You shake the
Punch,
hands.
baby.
Yeah, no, you did a good job. I thought working the crowd. Belle, you can be better in that area because you didn't get anybody.
No. Well, no, it turned into a competition of, as people were walking past the event, who could drag the most people in. And I just I approached a few people and they said no, and then
Yep.
I approached someone and they said I actually work at Nova,
Yep.
and then it was just a fail.
You need to get better at pressing the flesh. That's what Liam's good at.
Right.
I press a lot of flesh.
So now it's the...
And that's why the HR department has had a few quiet words with me.
Does that mean Ben wins?
That means I win.
Yeah, Ben wins. Ben wins.
Well done.
Good stuff,
Sorry,
guys.
Brady, you didn't even win. You're in here and you didn't even win.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. And I'll try and be less soft next week and bring more stuff from the start of the week, guys.
Very good.
So, yeah, apologies.
Bye.